Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for allowing me to be in your view as well as your hearing for a few moments. Ralph Withers Jr. here. Be sure to subscribe or join. One act of kindness could be the biggest turning point of your life. You may hear something you haven't heard. You may see something you haven't seen. Ralph Withers Jr. on the subject titled Clergy Edge College. For the sake of this conversation, it's never what you're dressed in. Just ask a real homeless person that understands corporate, that understands being independent, that understands employment, that understands organizations, that understands church as it is known today, and who understands starting, gaining, and losing in forms of ownership. The real weightlifters are analyzers. They know how to apply and how to remove. They implement the right tools that produces proper curves for any overall principle. Principles that are worked properly produces the right results. Never worry about how. Just trust the word of the one that can. Basically, leave it up to God. You don't have to become what you already are. Your payment is believing that you will receive and have. In my personal persuasion, the responsibility of having is believing you already received it. When you don't know, it's hard to believe for it. But you can have what's already been exposed to you. It's the receiving part that's the most challenging for many. For the sake of this conversation, you have to believe the unbelievable and receive the impossible. I've discovered that what's unbelievable and impossible is very well doable. Your mouth can either push you forward or push you backwards. So my question to you is, what's in your mouth? It's only one doctor that can be and see everyone at the same time. Which should be the one you really trust? Dreams has no expiration date. So make your declaration to the world that it will be a servant to you and not you a servant to it. The power is in your saying and in your believing. Your greatest life is the one you build, not the one you allow others to build for you. If you're dealing with an author that's not the author of confusion, and you confuse about something, it's your responsibility to deal with the root of what it is you confused about. Repent for not being what you desire to be, and you will live the life you desire to live. I've discovered that you have to stand for what you believe in, even if it's alone. Remember that 98% of people will only remember the good you do until you appear to be wrong. And it's more amplified than all the right you have done, especially if one or more people are benefiting. But if you make a decision to remove yourself, you probably will hear about it more frequently than most. Here's a sidebar for you. Desirable outcomes are produced in what you say and what you believe, followed by action. Until next time, Ralph Withers Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for allowing me to be in your view as well as your hearing for a few moments. Ralph Withers Jr. here. Be sure to subscribe or join. One act of kindness could be the biggest turning point of your life. You may hear something you haven't heard. You may see something you haven't seen.